Ephesians 6:12. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Luke 10:19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Psalm 91:13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. And from the hypostasis of the archons. Do you think these rulers have any power over you? None of them can prevail against the root of truth. The real protection is not knowledge of the dark. It is the density and coherence of the light you carry. When the spirit is present, clarified, and embodied, the field around a person becomes less permeable to lower influences. You tune to a different frequency, a higher layer of reality above the archon field of fear. You stop picking up the signals of denser currents in the ordinary way. Reptilian or demonic spirits may still be active in the environment. They can even leave their symbols and dominate the outer field, but they cannot easily enter a vessel that is clear and ordered toward life and love. Yet clarity does bring a sharper sight. The more the vessel is purified, the more sensitive it becomes to what still moves in the shadows. What was once vaguely felt begins to be perceived with spiritual precision. This is not a curse. The same depth of perception and feeling that once made the darkness almost unbearable is the very capacity through which a greater light can now be embodied. The wound and the gift share the same root. Those who have felt little and suffered little remain thinner vessels. They receive less of the dark, but they also receive less of the power, the warmth, the love, and the living presence that come when the opposites have been carried and transformed. In the alchemical work, the substance that has endured the fire becomes capable of holding a higher degree of the stone. In the language of the mystics, the heart that has been broken open in the right way becomes the place where the word can dwell more fully. Some are born into a kind of hell. Sensitive souls are attacked early and brutally by forces that sense what they carry. The wrestling is not optional for them. We fight demons for our very souls. The struggle tempers the vessel. Once the pressure has been faced, clarified, and overcome, a real immunity begins to form. What once entered freely can no longer find the same access. The negative patterns lose their claim. The soul is no longer bound to that layer. This is the deeper meaning of the Christian virtues when read alchemically. Humility, clarity, charity, temperance, and courage are not moral decorations. They are the practical means by which the soul becomes a coherent vessel. When the Word of God moves through a person as a living spirit, and the will is aligned with life rather than against it, that person is kept under a different covering, guided, protected, and lifted above the denser projections that rule the lower field. The work, then, is not to obsess over the forms of darkness. It is to become clear enough, warm enough, and ordered enough that those forms lose their powers to inhabit you, even when they are present all around. The same sensitivity that once suffered under them becomes the strength that carries a cleaner light. To end with John, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.